Yeah. Welcome back, sir, to another episode of Let's Go Hunt, the hunting podcast best consumed cold. Tonight we have Vince H. basking in the glow of his life choices, Dave Packard, who's a day away from woodland activities, Mike Gonsalves, who's got buck fever, and just surviving an attempted assassination attempt by proxy with a piece of popcorn by Dave Packard. I'm Sam Alexander.
I did.
And yes, that really happened. Freaking no, you tried to kill me.
Oh.
You cracked
How
some
dare
joke,
you.
and I had a piece of popcorn in my mouth, and a fragment of that little bastard went all the way down the wrong pipe. It's your
I
fault.
just wondered how many times you're going to put attempted in there. He attempted to survive an attempted assassination attempt. Attemptedly.
Look, you can attempt to besmirch my image, but
He
attempt
doesn't have
only
to
shall
attempt
you.
that.
Are you
I
kidding?
wish-
Do you know how big my image is in my own head?
Oh, I
We need a
know.
really big wall to put
Yeah,
it
that's
on.
a big screen
Yeah.
TV in there.
It's completely blocking out that rifle behind you.
The
That's
big
how big
news
your head
is you can put a big screen TV in this thing. There's room for it. And a sofa.
Can we get a projector in there?
Maybe. The surround sound is, you'd skip all the speakers. We just need the sound bar because it has nice dome shape on the inside. That piece of popcorn's going to make me die again.
But okay, if it's too big, we can't put the piece of cardboard in between the split screen. That way you can't screen cheat.
No,
And
no.
then
Screen
finally,
watching is
there
allowed
might
in
be
my
light
house.
behind those eyes.
Wh-
Also
we-
between those eyes.
We play on hard mode. Daddy knows what corner you're hiding in.
Yeah, but the kids have been robbed of that these days because now split screen's not a freaking thing.
It's
All
not.
these children will never know the joys of being so fucking mad at your brother you want to beat him to death with a controller because he's screen watching you. But
Oh.
you're doing it to him too.
You're just not as good
you're
at
just-
it.
You're just insisting that you're not.
I'm not doing it. Like, you just suck. Actually,
Yeah, my kids
that's the
still do
whole
that,
thing.
and they will fight. Stop screen picking.
I was too busy solo fighting my 3 siblings in GoldenEye to screen anything. I was just like, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. And then they quit playing me too.
I didn't know that they had GoldenEye back in 1961.
That's when it came out, ding dong.
He's just thinking of Pong.
Actually, to be fair, I think GoldenEye came out in
Playing
1963.
fucking-
But moving on.
He's playing Space Invaders, but because there's 4 of them and it's a one-person game, they just have to take turns.
GoldenEye. Best N64 game ever.
I mean, yes, but Perfect Dark was a step up.
Oh,
way
yeah.
better.
Perfect Dark was
They
great.
have that for the Xbox 360 now. And I
Do they
downloaded
really?
it and played it, but it's totally one of these things where I guess just age and moving on technology has kind of spoiled me
Mhm.
because it was fun for a bit, but then I just kind of like, oh, well, that was it's nice to revisit, your old home and walk around the walls and go, or the halls and go, oh, that's nice. And then you fucking want to leave again.
Montana Dirt Road says, we got kicked outside, never got to play games. So you listen to a podcast from the video game generation. Interesting.
Okay.
Still
Yeah,
waiting on
man.
that one to land too.
Yeah, apparently I am not as on it tonight as I thought I was.
0 for 2.
I was pointing out the irony in the fact that we all grew up with video games and we have a hunting podcast because we love doing that too.
No,
Some of
please explain the joke more. It makes it so much better.
Error 404 joke not found.
All right.
Okay. Very well.
Well,
Enough
good
of that.
So, Dave, you're leaving. Wait, how many days now?
Leave
forgot
day
what I
after
read in the
tomorrow.
intro.
I have 1 day left of work, and then I am in the woods for 10 days.
So tomorrow's gonna suck. Got it.
Yeah, and I have to sit in a meeting all fucking day.
Oh, well, that makes you even better.
That's
I did
That
do a thing
sounds-
last night.
yeah.
What'd you do?
So you know where I have my steel targets set up at my house?
Yeah.
I shot a coyote right next to those, and it almost felt like cheating. So I was posted up where I used to shoot from, and watching this coyote come in, like, no fucking way. And I kissed at it, and it stopped right next to my still target. So I'm like, oh, what? Well, cool. Originally, I was looking at a coyote that was probably 600, maybe 620 away from where I was. And I was getting all dialed up with the old Gideon Guardian. I'm like, I'm going to take this shot just to see if I can do it. I've hit 600 with my AR before, so I kind of knew about where to hold. And then I see this other little guy just creeping along in the bottom of my scope. I'm like, son of a bitch. Found it. I shot it and went down. And it's the nastiest fucking coyote I've ever seen. Like, his mange was so bad that his face was cracking.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fuck.
That'd be someone to pull a little bit of meat off of.
You did that thing of
aged.
mercy.
That thing's fucking dry aged already.
It's already jerky.
It was pretty well a mercy killing.
The chupacabra.
So how close was it to your steel target?
100 yards.
No. Like
how close was it?
Proximity to the target.
About 8 feet.
So
you just shot the target and
so they should have waited for it was closer, and then you could test all the spalling.
It was slightly behind.
It's out there.
Actually, next time just drag it underneath it and just go to town on the target. And
yeah,
you can make it even uglier coyote.
You mean to tell me that VMAX explodes? Yes, it does.
That is
on VMAX.
That is amazing. Well done.
Yeah. So that's what I did last night. I was like, I didn't even want to drag it off. I was like, where is a spot that has some hair left?
Like, honey, give me the pliers.
Lower right hind leg was my
maybe it had actually been watching you for a few days, ping away at your steel, and it was like, oh, thank God! If I just walk over there, maybe he'll kill me.
Well, actually,
so it's like the extreme version of the. Maybe I'm the only person that knows this is kind of a trope in some movies and other media related to World War I of the guy hanging a lit cigarette above the trench with his hand, hoping a sniper is going to get him so he can leave. But it's the coyote like version of that. Just like, please fucking kill me.
Just walk in here. Well, I don't shoot at those anymore. I actually have to move my steel targets because a tornado moved a 20,000 gallon diesel tank, and all of a sudden that became my backstop. And I'm like, that's not a good thing. So I have to move my range because it's easier to do that than move the tank. So,
I mean, wait till the next tornado. It'll move it.
Is it full?
No. It's just large.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Because it's still a good tank. I don't want to.
It's been thrown around by a tornado.
Yeah, but it's full of holes.
I don't know if you know this, but it's quite stout. So it's just fine. It just went took out one of my power poles and then stopped in between the power pole and the fence, and then they put a new pole up without letting me get it out.
No, so they trapped it.
Fucking cool. I either have to tear fence down or get something very big and pick up one end of it and drag it in between the fence and the power pole. So. It's okay.
Or wait for the next tornado.
I set up another range. That's
if you wait long enough, it'll just rust away. Problem solved.
Hey, were we going to talk about the corner crossing case?
Oh,
has there been an update on that?
Yes, it has.
Oh.
The Supreme Court denied cert.
Yep.
Wyoming appealed the decision from the 10th Circuit, and the Supreme Court denied it. So if you're in the 10th Circuit, which we all are,
that means it's legal to hop corners now, right?
Yeah, you can corner cross in the 10th Circuit.
Yep.
Oh, that's so
carry
cool.
a ladder with you?
What?
Ladder? Fuck that. We're bringing a pole.
Pole vault.
Yep. It's easier to carry than a ladder.
Definitely recommend that with firearms.
I think tactical stilts.
Well, no, you throw Okay, Vince is right, but Mike, you throw the guns over the fence first.
Oh, so definitely
Muzzle
don't
first
recommend
into the
throwing
dirt.
loaded guns over the fence.
What are you afraid?
What are you,
All
girl or
right,
something?
all right. Well, the safety. Make sure the safety's on at least.
This is my safety, sir. Yeet. Look, you're not hunting with a 320. It'll be fine. Or a
Lit-
1990s Remington 700. You know.
Do it on hard mode. Throw gun in air, vault, catch gun.
It's like combining gymnastics and the Marine drill team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like the one
Just
where
get the gun spinning through the air.
Yep.
that's like the video of the one where he goes to toss it back and it goes over his fucking back and crashes. And so I don't know if he's a drill sergeant or whatever, but the guy goes, does his little fucking heel toe step, picks it up, gives it a spin, and the fucking stock falls in two.
Oh yeah, I
he
did
just
see that.
hands him the pieces back, and the guy's just like, he's inside. He's like, shit. What the fuck do I do with this now?
Yeah, that shit's funny.
So we were going on our big elk hunt in Wyoming, and it was all going well, except for I chucked my rifle over the corners a couple of times and over the fence, and then suddenly I was shooting 3 feet left. But no big deal.
No big deal. It's
No
fine.
biggie.
I just
yeah.
shot everything on the run then.
I think the first person to make, you get your walking sticks, right? But then you can turn them into shooting sticks. But the first person to make like the combination walking stick, shooting stick, and step ladder is going to be selling a bunch of those.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no shit.
I think a
Like,
pole vault would be easier, to be honest.
no. If you have
and-
enough of them, Vince is right. You can hook, like if you get a party of like 3 people hunting together, yeah, you can connect all of your trekking poles.
Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of ladder.
Corner cross poles activate. Ooh,
Oh no,
that's a great marketing. Yeah.
I did not see that. That decision, or I guess it's not a decision; it's a deny cert. I did not see that come down. That is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that was today or yesterday.
It
Yeah,
was.
it-
No wonder I
was-
didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention.
It is really
usual.
decent.
Sweet.
Sweet.
That one's big for. We don't have a whole lot of public in Oklahoma. It's actually pretty low amount of public land, but that's big for y'all.
It's very big.
You wanna see what everybody's gonna be crossing fences like?
I do. However,
Colorado.
I have one note I need to make real quick because Country Boy Guns, who's a dude out there in the wild, who said he was going to watch it tonight. I said, "Hey, asshole, you're not in the chat," and he said, "I am. You just need to say something interesting for me to say anything." Well, Country Boy Guns, you better go now. Fuck yourself, sir. Is that interesting enough for you?
All right, ding dong. I mean, Country Boy
now
Guns
he's in
wants
the-
us
now he
to
wants to
explain
corner
corner crossing. It's
No,
where you
Google it, motherfucker.
This fucking guy.
www.com. Let me Google that for you.
All right, for those of
www.cornercrossing.com for all your corner crossing needs.
since we did start this to
It's where you
explain
put
things to
four-
people
oh,
and make
no.
it easier, I
Text
guess we
stuff.
should.
I was going to say a really bad joke, but I'm going to leave it.
Ooh, yeah, I kind of am. I was gonna say something useful, but let's hear a really bad joke.
Nah, moving on. Corner crossing.
as bad
So
as
Country
mine?
Boy Guns. I'll do it. If you look at a public land map, specifically, the biggest areas of it are along I-80 because it goes back to the old railroad days and the way that railroads were. Do I need to go that far back in history? Probably not, but it'll be checkerboarded. So if you look at Onyx, you'll see, and there's some of it in Colorado. There's a shit ton of it in Wyoming.
A
Yeah,
lot of
Dave,
it out
pull
in
up that.
eastern Colorado.
Oh,
Anyway,
my.
And if you look at the map, you'll see all these yellow squares for BLM land and then private squares. And it looks like a motherfucking chessboard. The whole
You see
corner
it?
crossing debate is you should be allowed to access that public land, but private landowners have been saying you cannot cross over the fence because at least most of these little fucking squares are fenced off from each other. That you have to, or I guess that one on the edge of the edge, and that ridge there is probably not. But
Yeah.
if you're going to be trespassing if you cross from one corner to the other, because you can't physically cross over without crossing into their airspace, or something like that.
And the fight
But
was
you're standing on their fence that they built, which is their property, and it's on their property. So as you're standing on their property, you're trespassing. So what the two guys that won at the Supreme, well, I guess it's not really a win; it's just denial, and it's a win for this circuit, the 10th Circuit. What these two guys did is they took a stepladder out there with them, and they used the stepladder to climb up over the fence and back down the other side without actually touching the fence.
Ooh.
And the landowner got all pissed off and was like, they trespassed, and the Supreme Court just denied. So their argument was that they were in the airspace and never actually touched the landowner's land, and 10th Circuit upheld that. Upheld it for them.
So Dr. Scary Guy in the chat wants to know whose idea it was to part out land like that. Let me drink first.
The
You
government
just activated me. Okay, so
You
back
went already?
specifically, Transcontinental Railroad days. They were rewarding, giving bonuses to the Union Pacific and Pacific Northwest companies for every mile of track they built. And the problem is, these fucking asshats were building track that they knew they'd have to replace later because they knew it'd be cheaper. So, and this also goes to how the country was divided up back then. Because every 16 miles, is it 16 miles? Something like that along the track was supposed to be a town. But instead of going, okay, we're not going to give you money, but for a certain distance on either side of the railroad track, they divvied up, they were going to give them, all right, we're going to give you sections of land so that you can sell those to make more money, because then the people who farm the land will have to drag all their crops back to your little railroad towns to send that shit back east. I'm already out of breath. I got too excited. This happens. The point being, it was a terrible fucking idea. So instead, the railroads ended up just selling off the land that they got to private landowners. And so therefore the government keeps half of this land, which is retardedly checkerboarded out. And the railroad sells off the other half to private interests. And then you get this really dumb fuck checkerboard. Raggle Fraggle says it doesn't look like it's worth farming. Yeah, that was the crux of that whole plan that they found out. Turns out you can't farm a lot of that fucking land because it's too high and dry. Great for cattle, poor for farming.
yes.
Yeah.
And the gripe was with the landowners was that if you could corner cross, then it would devalue their land. So
It
they
would,
pretty much
because
they considered the ranch twice the size of what it actually was because it was landlocked public ground.
if you're fucking Kanye West or any big, or the dude, the ranch in question's owned by a big pharmaceutical guy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He went out and bought this, let's say it's a 20,000 acre ranch. It's 20,000 acres that he owns of the checkerboard, but it has landlocked inside of it another 20,000 acres of BLM land. So he would have to pay to lease that. If he's going to graze it, he had to pay a lease on it. But for hunting purposes or just for behold my domain purposes, the ranch is sold as basically being 40,000 acres.
Yeah.
And if we peasants can cross from one corner to the next, well, suddenly he doesn't have that landlocked 20,000 acres to himself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's ever been out there.
Oh, he probably goes out there once a year, twice a year to go hunting with his buddies. And then the rest of the time they, charge somebody fucking $10,000, $15,000 to go shoot an elk out there, so on and so forth.
Oh, if anybody wants to
This
know
whole
what
thing excites me.
If anybody wants to know what land map I'm using, it's Polaris Ride Command. It's free and it's 50 state. So
Yeah.
download it.
I keep meaning to download that, and then we leave here and I forget completely.
I have that problem with, car problems. Why is it making that weird noise? Forget about it until next time.
Raggle Fraggle has made the move.
Finally.
Okay,
Welcome,
so I had to
welcome
do
the
a
dark
little
side.
bit of Googling here just because I got way too excited earlier. Yeah, so the checkerboarding extends about 20 to 40 miles on either side of the track. 1 mile by 1 mile, 640 acres. You go to the Homestead Act, 160 acres. So the idea being, and this is the crap that they came up with before. So the Midwest could be settled like this. You could do 160 acres, and every 160 freaking, well, not everyone, but close to it. Therefore, you can have a farm every 160 acres because a lot of that land is farmable. Most of it is, in fact. You farther out west you get, the less that actually freaking works. Oh, where I grew up, you could take a quarter section. Good luck farming anything on that shit. But anyway, that fragmented ownership came about because of the government subsidizing the railroads, and then the railroads going, this shit isn't worth it. We can try and, because the railroad, the idea was they'd truck in, well, not truck in, but bring in by train, farmers and then sell their little quarters. Didn't turn out. So then they sold theirs, the government kept theirs, and here we are. That's a little more calm, less vodka fueled explanation of it. Hopefully that was better.
I don't think your calm really helped the vodka fuel, but okay.
I don't know. This thing this excites me because this is a big fucking issue in terms of like public land, what you call it, public land rights, public land access, public land rights, whatever.
I mean,
if they had
it's public land,
against
we have a
this,
right to access it. Yeah, I'd
if
say
they
so.
had ruled against this, it would be such fucking bullshit. Because it's like, oh, there goes all these millions of fucking acres. Now, a lot of it, to be fair, is in parts of Wyoming that I don't want to go to. But, yeah, no, this is.
Country Boy Gun says he's the normal tistic. I think you meant tism. His is activated by trains.
No, that's my my genetic background. That's like ancestral memories. Because my great grandfather was a railroad mechanic for Pacific Northwest.
See,
Funnily enough, he died of leukemia, which, if you think about it, may have been caused by all the shit he was working with and handling that we didn't know used to cause cancer, or that we didn't know back then can give you fucking cancer. Anyway.
Well, ask the state of California, everything gives you cancer.
Well, this is the state of Washington, so there's only one step behind. Actually, no, they're one step behind us here in Colorado, so they're 3 steps behind. Shit.
Yeah, that's true. We're hosed.
Montana Dirt Road says that their forestry, I assume he's in Montana. If he's not in Montana, his name is very misleading. They consolidated a lot of the checkerboard. That would be a cool thing to do. Yeah, consolidate the fucking checkerboards, but yeah.
So,
Fraggle, you're in Louisiana. He says they don't have public land down there in Louisiana. I just learned today in Louisiana that they still hold on to fairly decent elements of the Napoleonic Code, and that's fucking based.
Oh yeah, they're the only place in the United States that doesn't use English common law. They use French common law.
They use bits of the Napoleonic Code, including this is what I was talking about with somebody today at work. Basically, forced inheritance. Like inheritance law exists. It's not just a free for all like it is in all the other states, which I'm sure some people will hate, other people like. I just thought it was neat.
So speaking of neat, I found Gideon Optics' comment. I think he was trying to write a review. It says, quote, for a hunting podcast, they certainly got aggressively indignant when a viewer asked a hunting question, end quote. Now they're at the end of the...
Excuse me, sir. Once upon a time, the intro used to say hunting and outdoors podcast. We can do whatever we want.
There are many things outside.
Including trains.
Ooh, a train.
Ooh, train.
Choo choo.
So,
if only it
yeah, that train I rode on your mom last night.
Ooh, you had sex with a bunch of other dudes in the room.
Hey, as long as your mom was there, I don't care.
Ooh, you still had sex with a bunch of other dudes in the room.
Please
they can watch.
gross.
You're so gross. Why
I
are you
don't
like
want
this?
to be on this planet anymore.
It's a Waylon Jennings song. Stop the world and let me off.
So Vince, how'd the youth rifle season go?
Well, it did not go. Well,
Oh.
we went, but first 2 days I got home and we went out and sat behind the house, and it seemed like I was still correct. Nothing showing up because the whatever was back there got scared off whenever I shot that other deer, and the change in the weather didn't really happen until Sunday morning. And Sunday morning we went out and sat for a little bit before church, and nothing came by. And then we went up to the other property that I have permission to hunt on, and we sat out there I think for 5 hours that afternoon, and nothing wandered by, which
Oh.
I'm not super surprised because I had just put up the blind and I haven't prepped the spot. I didn't put out any corn or anything like that beforehand. So I just went out there, went in dry basically. So nothing decided to show its face. I saw some tracks out there. There's deer out there. I did get a text yesterday from, it's a family that owns the land, and one of the ladies texted me, and she's like, "Hey, my son has this really big deer on camera, and I'd appreciated it if you wouldn't shoot it." I'm like, "That's good to know." Her son's like 12, so I'm not going to shoot the kid's target buck, right? But I didn't know that on Sunday when I'm out there, so it's like, that's something I need to know. I did not shoot his deer, but I'm glad I know that now, because if that deer, she sent me a picture of it. I'll send you all the picture later. If I had seen that deer, I would have been like, "Son, shoot that deer. Shoot that deer right now," because it's a nice deer. So yeah, that
I'm
was the
glad,
entire youth. We went out as much as we could, but nothing popped out this time.
Oh, that's a shame.
The good thing is, though, he can still, he's got his license. It's $25 for his license for everything, so he can hunt rifle season with me, and it's no big deal. So we can go out. We can both go out during rifle and go and try and shoot something.
Nice.
We'll probably just tag team one rifle, and that way I don't have to carry two out in the woods. Because I carried out the crossbow whenever we went out, and it's like, I'm tired of carrying this crossbow around, and the boy's tired of carrying the rifle, and like, bah.
Do you prefer the crossbow?
Over the rifle? No. I prefer the crossbow over muzzleloader at this point.
Okay, that's interesting.
90% of the deer I've killed, I have been killed in bow range.
I think I might be into crossbow at that range as well. Like with a rifle, it might almost seem kind of cheating.
Well, like 40, 50 yards, like most of my deer have been within that distance. I think my longest shot on a deer, see, this is what makes me different than like y'all hunting out there. My longest shot on a whitetail, I think, is 170 yards.
Dang.
And that was, okay, story time. So I'm hunting on my father-in-law's land, and I see this buck, and he's walking away, and it's over the crest of a hill. So I'm like crawling up the hill, and I'm trying to get to where I can get a shot. And they're continuing over the crest of the hill. Well, there's this tree right there. I'm like, I have no idea I don't know what kind of tree it is, but I'm like, I'm not going to be able to catch them because they're moving away. So I safe my rifle, sling it over my back, climb up the tree. I'm 15 feet up in the tree, and I lay the rifle over a branch, and I can see him. I see him walk, quartering away, and I place the, crosshairs over his vitals, press the trigger, and he goes down. I'm like, awesome. And I get up there, and I swear his antlers just about disappeared, because I swear I saw like a little, but like a basket rack 8, and it was like the tiniest little nut. He was legally a doe. He was legally an antlerless deer.
He was in the pool.
Yeah, and I was like,
Must have been a bush.
I swear I saw more than that. Which I was lucky, because my father-in-law had a no does rule on his property. He wouldn't let you shoot does, and I saw antlers that just turned out they were small. But yeah, I climbed up a tree to get a shot at this deer because he was walking away, and I
That is
wasn't gonna be able
awesome.
to catch him. That was that was a while ago. I think that was 2015.
I just
I
found
like
that
that story.
horrible.
That's a hell of a story.
That was a good story.
It was also getting late in the day, so I had a timer and I had to get there.
I have to tell you something horrible that just happened to me, though. So I use a big gun cleaning mat as my mouse pad, and I dumped out my popcorn onto it. The last few pieces of popcorn tasted like CLP. Not a good combo. Yeah.
Some in the when you go to CADM in the Air Force, that you go train for rifle. When you get back, you got to clean the rifle, and they hand out CLP in like giant squirt bottles. And when you're squirting those, you definitely get. Oh, yeah, there's some.
Yeah, it was like the
There's
last
some more.
the little bits out of the bag, like the little crummy guys out of the bottom of the bag.
Yeah.
So like you scoop them together. I pop those in my mouth. Like what? Nope. Where's the bag?
Gross.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
Ooh, I got vodka. And wash it down.
It's like burning.
Well, Vince ran away. Apparently, I scared him off with my. He had to go vomit.
That's okay. Dave, do you want to talk about elk plants?
Tell you what, you go ahead and start. I'm gonna wait for this medicine to fucking kick in.
All right.
Oh, hold it. While we're waiting for him, because you two need to chat with each other more than you need to chat with me. I was going to give a quick update real quick on something, if that's okay. Dave's giving me the thumbs up. Mike is giving me a blank stare. I'm okay with this. So we went up to Grand Lake over the weekend, and I took the 5-star alterations poncho, the big wool poncho, with me, and wore that instead of a jacket. It definitely needs toggles. I cut the holes for him. I did the it's a blanket stitch to kind of seal the holes up so they don't expand. I still need to do the toggles. But as soon as the wind whips off the lake, it causes it to flap and billow, and there goes all your warm air. It's like, oh, son of a bitch. And B, you look so fucking cool. Lots of people stare at you. It's awesome.
I wonder how awesome a cloak would be wild duck hunting, like a cloak over the waders, the normal sweatshirt and waders that I wear
in the water.
Oh yeah,
and getting wet and heavy, and you're gonna drown.
You're right. It would be awful. Terrible idea.
Yeah,
would be nice for this deer hunt though. Maybe I'll order one for the elk hunt next year.
Yeah, but then you can't wear it around while you're hunting because it's not orange.
You just put a vest on.
That's too many weird layers for me.
Or
anyway,
sew an orange vest
that was
into
nice
it.
and toasty. No, Raggle Fraggle, wool does not float. That shit gets wet, it gets heavy, and you will die. It does maintain like 80% of its, insulation value when wet. But no, it gets wet, it gets heavy. It'll actually stretch and get longer when it gets wet. So if you're wearing something like don't ask me why I was wearing a blanket as a cloak in my previous life. It was fun though. I was a young kid playing Lord of the Rings. That bitch gets wet, and so suddenly it's not dragging on the ground, and then it gets to drag on the ground behind you. And as it dries out, it swings back up. But also took the kids fishing up there at the lake. Just little practice casts in, and turns out my daughter actually has a decent little arm on her, so I got to get her fishing more.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Because I didn't have all of my tackle with me. In fact, I only had one lure with me. So I put that on her pole. And as for my little dude, I gave him his little practice pole with the weight on it. And she's getting him out there. She's like, okay, not bad. Reel it in. And then he does these big, and it goes like a foot in front of him. And it turns out the drag on his little, it's just a little green and camo pole that he's like, I want green ones. Okay. Turns out the drag on it set is marked backwards. So I've been trying to lessen the drag so he can get a good cast out. Turns out I've been tightening it the whole time.
Oops.
It's thinking, man. Then I switched. I was like, oh, there you go. Problem solved.
Thanks, Daddy.
No,
Oops.
more like, ugh. Ugh.
Mm.
He likes to grunt when he does it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, he goes, "Huh," and then it goes like a foot in front of him. And then he's obsessed with it, not with the weight not sinking to the bottom, but then he won't reel it back in either.
Mm.
I don't want it to sink. Well, reel it in.
Sinking's kind of how you get a fish at 11 Mile. I don't know what Grand Lake's like.
I mean, overfished. Because we're just down there by the main little shore area. So any fish lingering around there are like, oh, look, that's a fucking rooster tail. Uh-huh. Oh, there goes Red Devil. Yeah, I saw that one last week, too. Here's some power bait. You want it? Nah. I need to do a little more. So, speaking of your guys' hunt next week, Dr. Scary Guy, you do not stretch and get longer than moist. You become deeper when moist.
I could have done without all of that.
I couldn't let it go. My life has gone to complete hell because of some couple of family health things and whatever. So I may be with you guys next week, or I may be taking a couple days to take the kids fishing instead. I don't really know yet. But on that note, Mike, go ahead. Now that we've given Dave some time to become properly medicated.
I can give Dave a little bit more time as I talk about the first thing I wanted to go into.
I'm pretty sure.
What the hell happened to Vince? He became you guys.
He looks like a
haven't
skinny
read
Jesse
Dune.
Ventura from Predator.
No. You guys probably haven't read Dune, have you?
No.
He is the God Emperor Worm from, I think it's like the 5th Dune novel.
I don't know what that means.
He looks like a worm because you get this big tubular neck. Anyway, Mike, go.
So first thing I wanted to delve into, I kind of had a chat with Mike from the Reloading podcast the other day, and basically what he helped me come to the conclusion of is I'm going to put the 40 barrel back in my Glock, and well, I will once I order the ammo that I'm going to get. So here's what I'm getting at. A 147 grain hard cast 9mm from the 9mm barrel, obviously, will be going at most 950 feet per second. I can get a 200 grain going 1050 out of 40. And that the extra speed, the extra grainage, like that's literally a no-brainer. I have the equipment. It would just be better to buy the ammo and do that. So I'm going to do that. I still highly recommend
I approve.
checking out AIM Surplus. They've got the police trade-in models. Though I would go get as many of those as you can right now, honestly, because they're about to be a collector's item.
I mean, yes, but there's also so fucking many of them that it's hard to have a collector's item when
everybody's collecting them.
Things.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, give it 100 years, sure, but in 100 years, we're all going to have ray guns. So who's going to care?
That's fair. Also, I also want to point out that Fish Squeezer got on me the other day, and he was like, "Hey, yes, I know." Fish Squeezer got on me the other day. He's like, "Hey, you never really talk about Smith & Wesson." I was like, you know what? You're right. I don't, because I just don't have any experience with them. However, Yeah, the M&P is actually a
Is that
solid
with
pistol.
CPW issues?
It really is.
That would explain why you brought it up. All right.
But
You
he's
guys, we
right.
never
I don't
talk
talk
about
about
Smith
Smith
and
and Wesson,
Wesson.
and the M&P series is a perfectly solid line of pistols as well. If you don't like Glock, which a lot of people don't, they have Aim Surplus has the police trade-in Smith and Wessons. A lot of them are the 2.0s with the awesome stipple in the grip. So, I mean, they have those in 40 for about $300, which is pretty goddamn good deal, honestly. So yeah, go get yourself a sidearm for not a lot of money and carry it while you're in the woods. And if you don't have grizzly bears around, then I think I'm gonna start going with the 40 cal 200 grain hard casts. I mean, it's kind of the same thing as Sam's 250 grain 45.
There are more dangerous animals in the woods than bears.
Yeah, people.
No.
Oh Jesus, Jesus Christ!
Vampire rabbits. All right. I'm gonna need something bigger for that one.
Kill the bunny. Oh my God, its nose is twitching. Is that it? Is that
That's
a
'cause
live
it's still
bunny?
alive.
So Vince is holding up. a
I thought
rabbit.
it was. I thought it was a
albino-
fake bunny, and he had his hand up its nose, and I was like, "Oh, his fingers are making the nose." That,
Mike
okay,
thought
no,
you had your
that's-
hand up that thing's ass.
Yeah, I thought it was a
You
fake
want like
bunny.
this? No.
Yeah.
Everyone meet Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Is
a
that
real
your new
bunny.
hunting buddy?
Here.
Is that a decoy rabbit for your coyote problem?
You put him
Did
in
Tim
the back
bite
porch.
you?
No, they don't like being held up like that.
I
No.
also don't like being displayed.
Rabbit showed up at my in-laws, and my wife's like, "Can I have a bunny?"
Oh my God.
I'm like, fine. Y'all made the joke last week about, me living in a Disney movie.
It's
Well,
a whole new world.
But of course, they're like, what are we going to name the rabbit? And the kids settled on Tim because of Tim the Conjurer from Monty Python and the whole Quest for the Holy Grail.
Yes. Well done.
And this is a white rabbit that looks very much like the Beast of Caer Banog.
What, the bunny? Yes, kill the bunny.
Is it behind the rabbit? It is the rabbit.
It's such a
So-
good movie.
Mike, how many feet per second are those supposed to be going?
I actually have a link to the ones I found. It's double tap and ammunition. They are going 1050 muzzle energy of 489 foot-pounds. 200 grain hard cast.
Yeah.
Like it just maths.
I mean, the math's better than 9mm, in my
Yeah.
opinion. A
Yeah.
little bit more zip.
A little bit more zip, a little bit heavier
I mean,
rock.
my 45 supers are supposed to be floating at just shy of 1,100 feet per second with a 255 grain,
Yeah.
with the muzzle energy at like 650, something like that.
That's really
Basically,
cool.
when you're going 40 that's loaded that hot, you're shooting kind of a lighter 10mm.
Yeah.
I mean, the heavy 10mm stuff is like usually 220 grains. I think there's some 200 grains out there, but those are pushing more like 1,200 FPS. The 220s are, I think. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I think you're right. The 10 mil I used to sight in the high point. I think that was going about 1,300, but those were 180 grain target practice loads. So 1,200 out of the 220s would make sense to me. Just,
yeah.
Math. They're going to be going slightly slower, but still loaded pretty hot.
Yeah. Our Montana dirt roads buddy, he carries M&P 45 with buffalo boars in it.
Nice.
Even those buffalo bore 45 ACPs are they're pushing the line of like, is this gonna blow my fucking gun up? It won't. But you put a just a freaking cut hair more powder in there, and it might.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the private chat.
No, yeah, I was never. I mean, I'm not your dad, but you were like 9mm would be fine. It's like, yeah,
it would be fine, but I don't know if somebody a while back, I think, was trying to say, "Hey, you have a 40, just use that," and I'm like, "No, I won't."
me actually.
I was pretty dead set on using it for competition, and you're right, it probably was you, but I was dead set on using it for competition and having it just be the same. But I really didn't need, like, I can change the slides completely. I can order a cut slide and have a competition slide, and then turn around and put my hunting slide back on and swap out magazines. Like, it's getting kind of fun, actually. Use
Yeah, the
same gun for
Buffalo
both.
Bore 45 ACP plus B outdoorsman hardcast lead. That's 255 grains at 925 FPS.
Okay.
So, anyway, I mean, black bear is, I'd say, significantly less scary than grizzly. However, they still do eat people.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then somebody in the chat had mentioned the M&Ps in 10mm. The M&P 2.0, the Performance Center 10mm, is a sexy little gun. I almost bought one. And if I buy a 10mm, it probably would be that M&P Performance Center, because it's just, I don't know, it looks fucking badass, and M&Ps fit my hand pretty well, more than Glocks ever have.
I was pretty down on Smith & Wesson for the longest time. When I went to the law enforcement academy, I did in 05. The cops that trained the firearms portion, they were pretty down on Smith & Wessons. Every cop
and were they up on Glock?
Well, Glock, I mean, we shot Glock 17s because that's what everybody had at the time. Like Gen 3 Glocks were the thing that cops had in 2005. So it wasn't that they were up on the Glocks. Several of the instructors carried personal 1911s and some other assorted ones, but honestly, this was a time when, you know, all Smith & Wesson had was the automatics that the FBI carried in the 90s and stuff that evolved from all that, and they were just basic garbage. Everybody hated them. The FBI hated them. They just were pieces of shit, and I always hated Smith & Wesson because of guns like that. Loved the wheel guns. The wheel guns were really cool and they worked fine, but the automatics. And then Smith & Wesson turned around and came out with the M&P line, and they basically all but quit making all the other crap, and I think it honestly saved the company. And then they came out with the M&P line of rifles and stuff like that. Like the entire M&P series, both pistol and rifle, probably saved Smith & Wesson, and they are very, very good products, I would say.
My first AR was an M&P Sport, and it was the real like sporting rifle one, no dust cover, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Took it out and shot it at an event. It was a We Like Shooting event, actually. Basically, it's almost the first time I shot it. I remember looking at somebody going, "Is this thing supposed to make that fucking springing sound?"
Was the spring in the?
Because I shot nothing. But my experience with centerfire rifles at that point had been my AK.
Oh,
which does not go sprung next to your ear every time you pull the trigger.
I never really noticed the sprung.
You don't.
What I noticed was
it long enough. But
what you notice is when it doesn't come back.
I mean, I don't notice it anymore, but back then it was like sprung. Like this, is that supposed to do that?
So anyway, I wanted to go down that road because he reminded me of that like months ago, and I keep meaning to bring it up, and there, I've brought it up. Onward. So was that enough time for Dave's medicine to kick in?
No.
Okay, so Vince,
You just continue on. I'll pipe in.
Vince,
All right.
tell the listeners and the viewers why you look like a Rhodesian brush-stroked earthworm.
He looks like a
Uh,
mustachioed penis wearing a camouflage condom.
Really?
I
I
wasn't
thought we
gonna
were
go
gonna
that
go with
far.
like I look like a Rhodesian Lorax.
Oh, shit! That showed up in the mail.
What?
What showed up in the mail?
Yo, go ahead, Vince.
Oh yeah.
See, you're
So
so much better than I am about not fucking like going. Oh, look what I got! That I forgot about it.
so when I went, I had to go put the rabbit up because I didn't need to be here the whole time. But so I got my 5-star alterations Rhodesian brushstroke poncho in the mail.
Nice.
And I've been messing with that for a few days and having fun with it.
That
And I've
explains
also,
why you look like such a camoed lump.
well, kind of amorphous. Here, let me.
Yeah, because the way it hangs off your shoulders, I totally forgot about it.
There we go. Sorry, it took a little bit to get it moved up because I've actually got a belt tied around my waist right now. Here, I'm gonna be a second.
Mhm.
I'm gonna point this down a little bit. There we go.
Lower.
Too
There we
low.
go.
Lower.
Shut up.
Oh, shit, you can see his reflection there in the phone too.
Oh, hell yes.
What?
Sweet.
Oh, nice. So I've been messing with this for a little bit, and I realized that I could take my battle belt that has my other like Rhodesian brushstroke like mag pouches on it, and these mag pouches are made by a company called Shepherd Defensive, but they have an insert that velcros into these, and you can take the insert out, so you can actually put tools and stuff down in them. Like I've got my hatchet down in one, like just slid down through it, and also got a knife sitting in the other one. And you just take the battle belt and you put it on and you put it around your waist, and like got the Rhodesian brushstroke pistol in there.
I'm sensing a theme here.
I'm
not sure what the theme is.
I think the theme is Rhodesian brushstroke must work really well in Oklahoma.
I think the
It's
theme is
Rhodesian
I think the
brushstroke
theme is-
Oklahoma.
I think the theme is this man could live in Chicago and he'd still be wearing that.
Probably. But it'd just be there to offend people.
Yeah.
I was going to say they'd call you a terrorist, and you're like, "That's what I want."
The belt around the outside
They call
would
me
be
the
a solution.
Lorax, and I'm here to show.
The
To be a
belt is
man
definitely-
amongst men, there's a place you must go.
Go on.
Oh, you want more?
I do.
It matters not how you get there, car, train, boat, or fly. Count yourselves among them, these men never die. Over to the ocean, over the land, to far fair Rhodesia. There make your stand.
I really hope this gets the AI clips this one out.
Why don't you just clip it yourself, or
Why don't you clip it yourself?
tell me how, and I'll add it to my to-do list.
Yeah, I added it to my to-do list too.
Mine's shorter than yours.
The belt around the waist very much would also take care of the whole flapping issue.
Yeah, it could use a little bit of something to tie it around, like in the front. That way it didn't flap around as much. Like it almost needs like a little belt or something. But then you can just take it and flip it over the top of the belt if it's raining or something to keep the rain off you. But these aren't made of wool. This one's made out of ripstop material. So it's more durable than the wool, and it's also in Rhodesian brushstroke.
And you won't sweat to death in it in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. I realized, like, if I didn't have to camouflage my arms, I could just wear this and be like super camo and nice and cool underneath it.
And a blob.
And I just kind of look like an amorphous blob. Even now.
Amorphous blobs exist in nature.
There we go.
I can see a reflection in your glasses. You need Rhodesian brushstroke glasses.
Don't give him ideas.
You see him now?
Yes.
Shut up.
There we go.
Raggle Fraggle asked what ripstop is. Ripstop is a material. It's usually a nylon blend, depending on the actual material itself. But it's, if you've ever seen like military BDU pants or a backpack, it looks like a fabric that has this very faint grid in it. And essentially, if it has a rip, that grid of not fiber, what the hell would you call it?
Mesh, nylon mesh.
Whatever. It's supposed, so that way if it rips, it doesn't just go zip like your pants do. It's more resistant to just kind of going.
Yeah. Montana Dirt Road says rooftop tents. Yeah, same shit.
There we go. See, now
There we
he's
go.
covered up.
Now camouflage is complete.
Put your hood back up.
Put your glasses back on.
No, his glasses are on underneath it.
Are they? I would have taken them off and then put them on the do the Rorschach thing.
See, now he's like some
Rhodesian
kind of
Rorschach.
camouflaged Nazgul. Based.
That is a pretty based thing that we're witnessing right now.
BAS.
between a Rhodesian and his FAL.
All right, calm down.
Now you need an
Rhodesian
FAL.
Rorschach.
I feel sorry for your budget, Vince, but now you need one.
Yeah. No, I know. I've been like, this just needs an FNFAL.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to complete your entire ensemble with camouflage and then find a new autistic obsession with a different pattern and start all over again.
Highly unlikely.
I think it's likely.
If you're saying something, I can't hear you.
That's good.
Ideal. All right, so onward to the deer hunt. This weekend is the deer hunt. I still haven't decided if I'm leaving Friday night or just early Saturday morning and then set up camp after hunting all day. However, I've been scouting around the potential campsite, which Dave, you guys are going to head up Thursday, right? So he's nodding yes.
He's dead. Dave,
Yeah,
would,
Dude,
you,
I'm
would you
fucking
like
dying.
would you like to go hit the sack?
I think I might. Dude,
Yeah,
this
no
is-
one
this is
will
fucking
blame
bad.
you. You look like you died.
Yeah, I'm on my way there.
Is this
Okay, so Dave will
Bye.
be up there Thursday. Bye, Dave. We'll talk about it.
Bye, Dave.
Sleep good.
Oh, shit, he's
yes,
gone.
now I'm on top.
And now there were 3.
So he's going to be up there Thursday. I haven't decided if I'm going to go Friday night or Saturday morning. But I've been e-scouting on Onyx around the campsite the potential campsite he showed. I've got to look at the map that he showed of all the potentials, but it looks like there's numerous open fields that I'll be able to set up in trees and watch the fields, watch the meadows. I know he mentioned they were going to go elk hunt a certain meadow. I don't know if like I wouldn't want to kill a deer in the middle of that and ruin an elk hunt, so I will probably locate myself elsewhere. If you come up, you should come with me, because then if I get the deer, we can gut pile and, you know, hopefully a bear wants to be hungry. Regardless, I'm not super concerned about not locating one, because I'll have till Monday afternoon to pack up and leave. As far as I know, food's on the agenda. I have a bunch of MREs. I have nutrient survival food. I have protein bars. I'll probably bring dried fruit, but I like to live pretty easy and not.
Well, the nice thing about hunting next to the truck,
Yeah,
or well, not hunting, camping in that, you really don't have to worry about the food. It's not
Right.
like you're going all out where I was like that, especially that first archery elk season, where I'm like, I don't know if we're going to be hiking in a couple of miles or not. So I was doing the whole, what was it, 100 calories per ounce.
Yeah, you were trying real hard
Very-
to budget your weight.
oh, I budgeted the shit out of it, and I came in underneath my goal, and then we ended up going like, man, we have this whole drainage to ourselves, and the truck's right there. Like, oh, um, now if I make it up there, I'm going to be doing a different agenda than you guys. My primary concern will be trying to get elevation where I can see any kind of south facing slope that has acorns that's still bearing acorns. I doubt any of it's still bearing any kind of berries. But my whole thing when it comes to that is going to be trying to get up somewhere I can see food sources and then just sitting there and watching and watching and watching.
And waiting.
And that part too.
We could go over the map another time, but there, just looking at that, I can think of a couple of spots that would work really well for you. But anyway, so yeah, you're right. Having the truck right there, having all the food right there, it's going to be really nice. That was kind of the intent behind the way I've set this thing up. I kind of wanted an overlandish hunting rig and it it's perfect. So I'm really happy about that.
You just picked one that can't go up hills.
What nonsense! It can go up hills just fine, just not quickly.
When I was a kid, we had a Volkswagen bus. Was it 85 Vanagon, I think it was. Either way, going up the hill to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in the Springs, if we got stopped near the top, we'd have to turn around, go to the bottom, and try again. Because that damn thing would stop, and like it can't fucking go up anymore. So you'd barely get the fucker turned around, go down the hill, and start again.
When we took it to Boise, it had no problems with the hills on I-80. Like I was flying past semis at a brisk 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm joking. It was fine. It's just it's properly geared. It's underpowered, but it has the gears are good.
It can be a little chilly up there.
It is. I was looking at Onyx the other day, and the low was 35 at the time. But I think a cold front is coming in on Friday night.
It's supposed to snow Friday night evening, and then Saturday. If you look at the weather in the nearest town, which is a lower elevation, but not by much, it's like high of 46, low of 23, high of 43, low of 28. Monday, high of 35, then 16, and then it kind of drops a little bit colder throughout the rest of the week. Cold is good for elk, though, is what I understand.
Yeah,
because it pushes their asses down to lower elevations.
Well, it's not the cold, it's the snow. When it snows up at the higher elevations and covers up their food, then they have to migrate down to the lowers where the food doesn't get as covered. That's kind of what happened up in Northwest Colorado with that great die-off that everybody's been talking about for a while. The snow pushed all the animals out of the high elevations, and then more snow came, dumped it on the lower elevations. That snow started to melt, and then it froze overnight, snowed even harder, and just the snow stuck around with that ice layer, and it just kept snowing. So the animals couldn't break through the ice to get to their food, and they started dying off, which was horrible, but c'est la vie. In any case,
I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
Me neither. So if it's going to snow Friday night, I might think about getting there Friday night and set up camp so it can get snowed on instead of trying to get up the mountain or whatever on unknown roads with snow.
Yeah, if I get up in there, if I don't do something else, which is probably a 50-50 shot, especially with how every time I make a plan, my plan gets shot in the back of the head.
All right.
It'd be probably some point Saturday.
This plan will not get shot in the head. Just don't make it until Friday night.
It will get shot in the head. 100%.
Be encouraged, or so they keep telling me at work.
Encouraged.
So yeah, basic plan is to just sit on the meadows and wait for a mule deer. Like they're going to be everywhere up there, especially if it snows. They might be moving if it's that cold. They'll if it snows, they'll be a lot easier to spot moving. So that's pretty cool. If it snows, they'll be a lot easier for me to drag on the ground. So that's pretty cool.
It'll be self-cooling at that point.
And if I'm lucky enough, I can shoot one next to near-ish a Jeep trail and then just drive up there and get it. Now, if I'm lucky enough, I want to run some things by you and see what you guys think. I was hoping Dave would be here, but that's okay.
That's okay. I'll be Dave for you. Let me go get my high vis vest.
Please do. Your C-Dot hat as well, sir. So my trailer is in no condition to drag up there. So I'm not going to.
Yeah, right. It's not.
It was on my project list to redo when I got it, and that was almost 2 years ago.
Like how you were like, "Oh, I can bring my trailer to help this person move." And he sent a picture. I was like, "Holy shit!"
I was sending that half joking because there's no way.
I'm glad because that thing is fucked.
It needs new boards so
but it's
bad.
full of holes. It's supposed to be like that.
So my question would be, I really like my family's method of gutting them, hanging them, and having it to butcher in the house. You skin it, take a shoulder off, take it in the house, cut it up, take the other shoulder. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't have a pickup truck. I have a Prado, so that's a minor flaw in my overland hunting rig plan. However, when I bought an SUV, I was planning on having a trailer anyway, and that's why I told my dad this plan, and he was like, "Oh, well, you can have that one." And I was like, "Oh, no kidding?" He's like, "Yeah." So that's where I got the trailer. So it's part of my plan. I just have to fix it up, and in any case, we'll get there maybe next summer. For now, I'm thinking I have a big 130-liter cooler. I got at Sportsman's for like $100.
Strap it to the roof.
Kind of what I'm thinking. And I could quarter it out, put the meat in the cooler. Like, no shit, it would be fine strapped in the roof basket.
Oh, I was thinking the whole deer.
Well, how am I going to get it up there?
Yeah, but you gut it and you turn it around. You turn it around ass end first. That way it catches plenty of air and it gets nice and cooled off real quick. While you're barreling down the highway at 52 miles an hour.
As if it doesn't have enough drag. But real talk, what if I wanted to do it my family's way? Would the spare tire mount handle 150 pounds a deer, 170 to whatever a mule deer?
One way to find out is all I can say, because I have no idea.
Or maybe it's just best to do what I was thinking. So I kind of put the roof rack up there and the lights up there I oriented them in a manner that you can shine light on something that you hang by the roof rack and skin and then quarter up hanging on the side of it. That was what I envisioned, and that seems like that might be the best way to go. Just do that and then game bags into the white cooler. And then it would be on top of the truck and maybe a bear wouldn't get to it.
I would suggest if you have dead animal on vehicle, get off the mountain to get away from the bears. Just at that point, you're like, all right, I'm going home, guys. See ya.
Yeah.
Because you
kind of wanted to
climb on top of the hood to get to the top.
You're right.
This isn't going to phase the bear at all. He's gonna be like, oh, look.
You will eventually lose this game of keep away.
I wanted to stick around and help with the elk hunt and help pack out, but I guess there's nothing saying I can't come back up.
Yeah,
Like get the
I would.
animal home in the fridge and then come back
What I would
if
suggest,
necessary.
is if you are successful, prioritize getting your shit squared away down the mountain and out of fucking the reach of bears, and then worry about anything else. That way you don't lose your meat because a black bear goes, hoo hoo, and then I can't shoot it because it's like, on top of your car with nothing skylining it behind. So I'd be shooting a skyline. So then I'd be launching a 300 Win mag round out into the ether. Like, yeah.
Yeet.
It's like, well, I hope there's no towns in that direction. Bang.
So I guess I got to get some game bags.
Yeah.
Game back.
Don't get the ones, do not get the ones that are all pre-treated to fight bacterial growth or whatever. Those fucking things caused more issues with the beaver I put in one than I've got the reusable caribou bags or whatever they're called. I think the brand's Caribou. I've used those for a couple of the beaver now. That first beaver I ended up throwing in one of those freaking bags, and I had to trim off more meat than anywhere else.
Okay, so
Because it kept it wet. It didn't dry it out.
Gross. That's not
Yeah.
good.
One of the fastest. I mean, that's why you get the animal. You hang it up because it immediately starts to dry, and the drying, it's like sweating, right? Sweating cools you. It's the same thing. You're exposing the meat, and it's drying, and as the liquid evaporates off of it, it's actually cooling the meat, not just drying out.
We've talked about this, my theory with the antelope in Wyoming. I don't remember when, but we've talked about it.
Like last week, I think. It was very recent.
It may have been. All these shows blend together at this point.
Hell, I don't remember what I said 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't.
No, yeah, I would just, worry about your
So-
own shit at that point. Get it off the mountain, get it home, get it in the freezer or the fridge,
Okay.
whatever you want to do. And then now that your stuff's all safe and sound and responsibly packed away, then worry about, will I drive back up or will I take a nap?
Because I would want to start processing it too, but
Mhm.
and it if help were needed to pack an elk out or several elk, I would.
Yeah, you just hop back in the
Right.
vehicle and drive back on up.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
It's
Okay.
like if I'm doing something else, like if I'm fishing with kids or something, I won't be that far away either in terms of like, oh fuck, I'll drive up there, and of course then I'll have 2 kids with me. They can help carry meat too. Sweet.
Here, carry this elk shoulder. All right,
Come on,
here,
get
carry
up.
this elk
Oh,
heart.
Come on. That'd be the worst thing ever. My daughter would carry it for a while, but my middle boy would hold on to it and then just would melt underneath it and then lay on the ground going,
Gross.
You try and give him stuff to carry in from like the car after a grocery trip, he makes it 3 steps before he just kind of melts.
Ooh, that's funny.
I don't want to.
It's
Papa,
heavy.
no.
Anyway,
So yeah, that sounds like good plan. I can get game bags at Bass Pro tomorrow. So would I be looking for anything that is not antimicrobial treated, like with
Just
these
get normal
elastic?
bags. So I got some that came in a white package and it was vacuum sealed.
This looks
And
like the Alaska game bags I'm looking at.
They're not Alaska game bags.
They
I
were
don't
not.
think they were anyway. Let me Google that real quick. Nope, not those.
Okay.
This was like in a definite like vacuum sealed bag. It had that like sucked down look to it. Oh, they were
These
Coola.
look-
They're
these look
right
pretty
here at
sucked down.
Bass Pro. COOLA.
Oh, gotcha.
Buck antimicrobial
Coola?
game quarter bags.
Those are the ones I don't want. Right?
What was that, Vince?
you said Kulo?
Coola.
Kulo.
Coolio?
Coolie Gangster's Paradise.
Exactly.
It's like koala, but instead of a second A, there's a second O. Kula.
Now, this
No,
is just
culo
my
is something in
experience.
Spanish.
So other people might have better experiences with this. All I can say is that my experience with those bags, because I read that antimicrobial, I was like, oh, sweet. I had them hanging around for a while. And then, but not stored out. They were just stored down in the basement. But then for one of those times I went up and killed a beaver. I don't remember which beaver it was. Shot the beaver, quartered it, did all the breaking it down. Turns out beaver quarters you only need one bag for. They're not that big. Shoved it in the bags, got it all wrapped home, drove it back on down, processed it the following morning after putting it in a cooler. And yeah, everything was still wet. Now with my caribou game bags, like the blood soaks through them and the bags get all crusty and shit, but the meat inside, like the surface of the meat is dry. With these ones, surface of the meat was not dry.
Okay.
And then I had to do more trimming off on that beaver than the other ones.
So Kula is the brand to avoid, or anything
That's
that
my
says
experience.
antimicrobial.
That's my experience with them. Somebody else might have a different experience with them. Maybe I did some shit wrong with them. I don't know. For me, I've got some of the caribou bags that I got for elk, and I just take one of them with me for beaver because you only need one for a beaver.
Hell, you
I've
need
liked those
half a
ones
one
so
for a
far
beaver.
because
For
you
the
can
elk
wash
one?
them. You wash them, no detergent or whatever. Just wash them, and they're reusable, and off you go again.
That's what the Alaska game bags I'm looking at look like, and I think they have the brand that you just said too.
Yeah.
The
Also, the
caribou.
Kuiu, Cuiu. I never pronounced that company right. Kui, they've got similar designs where it's a reusable bag, which I like the idea of because then I wasn't buying bags for every one and done type of investment.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely caribou bags in there in Bass Pro.
Yep.
Let's see. These are the Alaska brand. They're probably reusable, but anyway,
whatever.
I'll make a
whatever it
decision
happens.
at the store. Whatever.
It's game bags.
Yeah,
Throw
I'll
the
get
meat
some
in
game
there.
bags.
Get it home. Eat it.
Nom
Awesome.
nom nom, deer. I'll even leave Dave my liver. His liver.
Your liver.
The
That's a dedication.
deer's liver.
there,
Damn
sir.
it.
Our
Well,
liver comrade.
I'm gonna bring Dave beer for the shit house, but I'm bringing him his liver too. So yeah, this sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I need to find a way to get up there. I need to make a plan to get up
Yeah,
there.
you do.
I just need to get by the range sometime this week and confirm that my 300 Win mag is still hitting where it's supposed to.
Are you gonna bring the Great Lakes firearms again?
Yes, because that one is already theoretically it still should be right on zero. It hasn't taken any hard knocks since the last time I had it out. So yeah. I was going to mess around with my M1A tanker with the scope mount and the scope on it, but I have not had any time to get to the range to get that thing freaking zeroed and play around with it. So I'll go with something that I know should be good to go, but I need to confirm that shit. I don't want to just hope that it's going to be fine.
No Bon Jovi for you. No living on a prayer.
Well, I mean, I've done that plenty. I'm just trying to be more responsible.
Oh, speaking of which, I
Bon Jovi?
put my zeroing. I put my shusher on my hunting rifle finally and took that to the range, and it shot a couple of sub MOA groups, but they were off and I had to adjust. And then when I shot my zero group, it was about 1 MOA. So, I'll take that. And this is using the Federal PowerShock ammo, which is basically the cheapest soft core 180 grain that you can find on the market. And 1 MOA accuracy. It got sub MOA, but it's not consistent. So 1 MOA is pretty okay for what I'm going to use it for. I will deal with finding more expensive ammo that shoots better at a later date, but I have several hundred rounds of the Federal PowerShock because at one time it was $17 a box and it shoots MOA. So why not? I do want to I want to try Herder's 30-06 at some point though. The reason being I have a Remington 700 tactical 20-inch bull barrel, and that thing shot sub MOA. I'd say probably 0.6. I can't measure the target. It's on my phone. We could take pictures later, whatever. But that particular rifle, and I shot that group with Herder's ammunition, 308. It was like $16 a box, and it shot that good. I was like, damn, that's impressive. So I'd like to try that out in the 30-06. In any case, that being said, Dave the other day was joking, we'll wait for your rifle shots, all of them. You're not going to hear them. Sam's bouncing up and down in his chair like,
You hear that?
That's not helping the... I don't know if you could hear that, what it sounded like through the
Hey, audio
headphones,
listeners, I just want to let you know I'm a state away.
I'm not going to explain that for audio listeners either. No, we won't hear your shot, but we will hear you scream when you get a end cap strike.
Get some.
Why do you wish such hurtful things upon me?
Because I wish them on everybody, including myself. That's why they don't happen. Yeah, no, Vince is right. We'll hear him whoop like, oh yeah, get some, yeah, oh shit, it's running, fuck, bang, bang.
It doesn't have the same feeling whenever you go, get some, and then go, pew, pew, pew.
Dude, Vietnam would have been so different if everybody was using suppressors.
No, all the Vietnam movies would be different.
Some folks are born.
Fortunate Son plays quietly in the background.
Some folks were born made to wave the flag. Ooh, that red, white, and blue.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You get the right song. Good job.
Thank you. I'm fond of that song.
I mean, look, I'll admit, I want to go just as much for the cold weather camping as I do for the hunting part of it.
I just want to go so that I can prove to Dave that I can kill an animal with one shot properly.
I'm sad that I'm not going to get to go camping this year.
You're going to call it down the mountain, already corded up. Like, oh, where's the bullet hole, Mike? Oh, don't worry about it.
Where's the bullet hole, Mike?
Look, he was walking away from me. You see a circle and you just naturally aim for it.
Texas heart shot.
It works.
No,
I
hell,
hate
I'm,
that
I'm
it works,
looking
but
forward
it
to using
works.
a little fucking stove more than, I mean, not more than the hunting part, but just as much as the hunting part. Climb in there, cook a steak in the little stove. Ooh. Oh, did you get a cot yet?
No, I'm just gonna do lots of blankets. It'll be fine.
Yeah, dude, you get yourself a freaking $40 cot. The surplus store has them. You will be warmer than you will ever be with as many blankets as you can pile on yourself because you get your ass off the ground and up where the warm air is.
Ground
Do it.
cold.
Do it. You will thank me later. I was just at the surplus store. They've got 4 of them sitting there. Do it.
God damn it, you're a bad influence.
No, I'm a good influence. I am saving you misery because you'll be more comfortable because you won't be sleeping your broken ass on the ground and
But I'll
you'll
be
be
sleeping
warmer.
my broken ass on a cot.
That's better than the dirt. Put your little
Japanese
Raggle
mattress
Fraggle
pad on
cots
top
must
of
have
it.
on the ground. Raggle Fraggle must not have slept on some good cots.
No, they
You put your little fucking inflatable pad on the cot, so you're nice and comfy. You're up off the fucking ground where the warm air is with your little Mr. Buddy heater going all night.
So you gotta stop. You're making me tired.
and then we just put our pillow into our head and we go sleep.
Yeah.
Right, and you don't worry about the screaming you hear in the middle of the night.
I'm afraid when I go to the surplus store I do have to go there because I need a new beanie. I like the fleece military beanies, and mine has worn out to the point where my hair actually pushes it off my head. So I need one that secures my entire
Oh, you need
this.
hook and loop. You need your pillow needs to be like the soft of the. There needs to be the loop, and you need a beanie made out of hook, and that way you just lay down and just
I don't have the right hair type for that.
Velcro yourself to the.
So wait, he's like on the International Space Station, but inside of a tent.
It's
Because
international
they
space
sleep in
tent.
like little like they Velcro themselves inside their little sleeping bags so they don't float away.
Go float out the window.
All right. I'll go. I'm afraid of what else is going to be there. I need a beanie, and apparently now I need a cot. And, they always
There's a
have other fun
5-cell.
stuff.
There's a Russian 5-cell mag pouch in one of the bins, and I would have bought it, but it was $50. I was like, I don't need that for $50. We're gonna walk away really fast.
Montana Dirt Roads asked if I have a front mic.
No, fro.
No, it says it says, do you have a front mic? Do you have a fro mic? I already said no. I don't have the correct hair type for that. I don't have hook.
Ooh, you should Bob Ross
have
it. You
loop hair.
should Bob Ross it.
I can't Bob Ross it.
You can be Mike Ross.
No.
Yeah.
You'll have an angry little mic over here.
Well, that's why you have to take up
It's an
painting.
angry little Mike. Let's paint him a friend.
He doesn't like his friend. Still angry. His friend sucks.
Happy little Mike.
So we're just gonna murder his friend. Happy little Mike. Oh, that's all it took.
Well,
I'm so glad Mike Ross is not going to be the name of this show.
oh, it should be. Without Dave here, I'm not sure anyone's been keeping track of show titles because Dave was here, but he wasn't really here. Poor guy.
Well, I had an idea for a show title, and I went to go look, and half of it was written down, so I wrote the other half, and I think that's just what we're doing.
Fine, be that way. All right. Well, that is an hour and 27 minutes, which for three of us is not bad.
That's pretty okay, actually.
Vince, do you have anything else to add before we start drum rolling out of here?
You give your spiel. I'll do it on the way out.
Oh
right.
God,
Get yourself a handgun and learn how to use it.
I'm not connected with life right now because I sat here and thought, what's my spiel? I don't like, what the hell are you talking about? I already went off on a bunch of things tonight. Yeah. Leave us a review.
Yeah, that one.
You Hillary Clinton voting assholes.
Whoa.
Yeah, stop it.
Uncalled for.
Kind of uncalled for. Our new stickers are coming in. Our new stickers are, well,
Our
let
new
me
stickers
put
went to
it this way.
California.
Well, I was going there. Let me get there.
Let our stickers get here.
When you get one of our new stickers in your hands because you left us a review, preferably on Apple, because that's where most fucking people download podcasts, but wherever your favorite podcast listening app is, you will get your stickers, and your first reaction will be to do this. Trust me.
That was not necessary to do again.
Yes, that was necessary. Would you like me to do it a second time?
That would be the third time, you ding dong. Stop it.
That's a lot for one day. Anyway, leave us a review. Email us at contact@lghpodcast.com, and I will send you. And I really wanted them in my hands tonight to take pictures of for also Instagram. But for some reason, they went from Pennsylvania to Los Angeles, and now they're on their way back to the middle. So I guess shit happens. But Vince, take it away.
All right, this is the outro. Play the music nice and quiet. They call me the Lorax, and I'm here to show, to be a man amongst men, there's a place you must go. It matters not how you get there, car, train, boat, or fly. Be counted amongst them, for they never die. Over the oceans and over the land to a place called Rhodesia, and there make a stand. We're here to kill commies, in hell they can rot. God have mercy upon them, for I will have not. So come fight for freedom, the fight must be won. You, or maybe you too are a fortunate son.
And the show title is The Ballad of the Rhodesian Lorax.
That might be the best thing that was ever said on this show.
That's entirely probable.
The most eloquently stated, like cognizant, not retarded thing that has ever been placed in a sentence on this show.
Thanks for ruining it by continuing talking.
Yep, thanks for listening, guys, and let's go hunt. Bye-bye.
Bye.